Wow. What a day. What a morning. It hasn't even been the full day. Hasn't even been the full day. We got the morning. You guys got anything going on for the day? No? All right.
No.
Sorry to do crowd work immediately, but. Get over E1. E1, right? I said that right? Okay. I love Koreans. I went to school around here, and it was 90% Korean kids. A lot of kimchi, kimbap, and Kims. You look at the school directory, there were like 15 pages of Kims. Kim. And I was one of the few whites. A lot of Mexicans and a lot of Koreans. But man, that shit is cool, man. I like Mexicans and Koreans, dude. I don't like white people. Well, I think they're fine, I think they're fine. I get a little Cajun at it. Ever since I was like 12, everybody's been shitting on white people. And so you're growing up being like, am I the problem? Am I the fucking problem? What did I do? What did I do? Besides my ancestors. What happened? What happened? Let me fight them. You can't fight your ancestors. They're dead, so you can't even. I'm pulling out on a Ouija board trying to argue with my great-grandfather, you fucking asshole. Why'd you take their land? They're the Guardians now. They're never the Redskins. How fucking dare you call them that? Fucking John Aches. John Wilkes Booth. That's what I want to say. John Wilkes Booth. My ancestor was John Wilkes Booth. Man, you think about I don't know. You don't think. Do you know what play they were performing when he got shot in the theater?
No.
Probably As You Like It. I don't know. Wicked. Abe's like, this is all right. I don't know why I don't know. Sometimes, man, I don't know. Every time I take a personality test, it turns out like I'm an asshole. And every time, this shit just comes out of my mouth. I didn't plan any of this, and I'm terrible at Thanksgiving dinners. I'm terrible with it. All family, it's just, I can't fucking help myself. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. I just want to... It's just fun to say whatever. I don't know. That's why I'm doing this.
An example? No.
Example of saying whatever?
I like Thanksgiving. How do you fuck it up?
Oh, I don't know. What it'll be me fixating on something for hours. Someone says one thing that is just that's bullshit, but everybody else agrees. That's the thing with me. I guess I grew up around a lot of people that their lives are pretty good. So when your lives are pretty good, nobody disagrees. Everybody's playing nice. It's like The Crown or something.
Yeah.
And then behind closed doors, that's where the real shit happens. Everybody's an alcoholic and molesting each other. I wasn't really molested. My brother kissed me on the lips one time. I was really grossed out by it, but that's pretty mild as far as what some other people go through. A lot of people go through worse. But no, I don't know. It's just this playing nice. It's just this politeness that I don't know. My girlfriend's Latina. She's from South Central, and she's Southeast LA, and they just say whatever they want to each other. But she doesn't have a family because of it, because they just say whatever the fuck they want. You're a fucking asshole, you little bitch. And they're all drunk and they all, and so I don't think that's very good either, because they'll molest you in front of the closed door. It won't be behind closed doors. It will be, the door will be open. And they'll still do that shit. So I don't know what a good family is, But I I've got a friend who's from Nebraska, and so far in my life, these Nebraskan people seem to have it right. I don't know what they're getting right, but he's just like classic sort of like family house, picket white fence or whatever, and they're all happy. They don't have like, there's nothing going on in their head. There's no like trauma, festering. I don't know. I also think like that's where like the politics comes in though too. I've never seen so many people in LA just be backwards about everything. You know, we would like argue about fucking everything is the Republicans' fault in LA. Everything fucking. I've seen so many rich people be like, we gotta get the income inequality is crazy. We have to be taxed more. I'm like, just donate all your money to fucking charity. You don't have to. We gotta be taxed more. I would give more money, but the government is all. And it's like, dude, you've got $1 million. Just give your money away. You don't have to do. So a lot of people in my milieu, my upbringing, people like little white boys like me, we sort of ended up like just being like one of those like Into the Woods, you know that book, Into the Woods?
Yeah.
He's just, I'm gonna fucking go to the woods. I'm gonna go to the jungle. Fucking, it's better in the woods. You know, like those white dudes that have the camper vans and they kill women? Yeah, that's like that's like me. Those are my people, kind of. You know, they play ultimate frisbee. They smoke opium. Yeah. Yeah. What do? They wear beanies in the summer. They skateboard a little bit. Like that was sort of that was the dream, because it was like, because I was raised communist. We're all raised communists in LA, because you see all, and a communist, when you're a kid, like, of course I think every kid is a communist. It doesn't matter where you're from. I think we're all communists as children, because you have no money. Yeah. And so obviously you're like, we need the redistribution of wealth, and it's like, yeah, you've got $0. You're 10 years old. Because I feel like a universal basic income is like having an allowance. It's like, where's my money? I deserve money. The government's just your daddy, Where am I going with this? Oh yeah, I was going to the woods. I took a trip up to Portland, or even more Portland than Portland, Evergreen State College in Washington, in Olympia, Washington. Man, those people, they've got gauges, they're chain smoking, they grow mushrooms in their dorm room. Like, that's a life. No, I don't know. But there's no sense of reality. You don't go into the woods to have a sense of reality, because I don't know, I realized recently, because they're all, society's corrupt. They're all talking about that. Society's corrupt. We gotta stop society from because we need a new system. And I'm like, dude, you're out in the fucking woods. That's a horrible system. That's way worse than society. You ever see a nature documentary? The animals get fucked up, dude. Half of species just rape each other and just murder each other, manslaughter. It's terrible out in nature. You don't want to be in nature. You do not want to be in nature for too long. Unless you know how to weld a knife or something. Because I would be with all these like zero waste people. These zero waste people. Woo! Just all like they're just dancing at Burning Man. Woo! No plastics. Woo! You know those people? Do you guys get it? And the thing is like that's a privilege to be no waste. It's a privilege to be zero waste. You're talking about getting everything in your house that's disposable to like start. You're just trying to reuse it. You're trying to like get some. Here's this. I put this celery in this polyethylene bag so it doesn't decompose. And then you wash it. It's like nobody's got time for that. Unless you got money. Like you see documentaries on this shit and it's like, dude, you're fucking, you're spending your entire day to be zero waste. You got no job. It's like I wake up at 8 in the morning and I wash out my plastics and I sorry. And I churn the soil for my daily. It's like, dude, fucking. They've got those compost bins in the kitchen. There's just all this shit attracting in the kitchen. You need a maid so that fucking the whole fucking you don't become Snow White. You got like dead, rotting, organic matter in your kitchen. You need someone to like fucking spray or something every last inch of that place so the container with the fucking worms in it is, And it's like everybody needs to do this. It's like our economy would collapse. People gotta work. People gotta actually like build houses and fucking corrupt the government and shit. Like we have. I don't know, guys. I just saw one of these nature documentaries, and there's like a deer that he's like, fucking dude, this deer hasn't eaten in the Bronze Age, bro, in months, and it's like walking, Ambrose with the deer walks 50 miles to the nearest lake to get a drink of water, and it's walking. You see all the ribs and stuff. You ever see Triplets of Belleville, that like animated movie? No? Anyways, alright. But it's like that. It's, Triplets of Belleville is like these dudes that are just biking in the Tour de France, but there's like the mob, there's a whole thing. But they're just dead. Anyways, that's this deer roaming through the desert. And it finally gets a drink of water. And what happens? Just an alligator right there in the water, ready for it. Bam, it's dead, eaten, done. And you're like, that's nature, man. You got fucked up. You get fucked up in nature. Nobody gives a shit. Loan sharks, you got some real sharks. They don't give a fuck. Those hunters are sitting in the place where all your food is. Everything you need to survive, the predator is right there, trying to eat you in that exact spot and just waiting there. Someone's gonna come in here. I don't know. We've got all these creature comforts. I saw, it's weird too, because we always root for the prey. We always root for the vegetarians in nature. We always see the deer. Oh, this poor deer. Why'd you eat the deer? This fucking alligator, the fucking lion. All of a sudden you're like, the lion's the patriarchy. We gotta kill the lions. There's a fucking problem. We gotta Me Too those lions. And it's like, and then you until you see the lion's point of view, and like those motherfuckers don't eat at all. They have like one deer for like 3 months. Just going around just fucking hungry. Fuck. Just not eating anything. They got even worse. I saw one like in the fucking gazelles or the deer, those are fast too. I saw a cheetah. You ever see that video of the gazelle or whatever shimmying out the cheetah? The cheetah's running full speed at the gazelle, and the gazelle just goes and the cheetah goes just flies away and just stumbling into rocks and shit, just breaking its own back and just completely eats shit. Just totally gets his ankles broken. And I'm like, oh shit, he might die now. Like, not only has he not eaten, but he just got his ankles broken, and probably it's just very embarrassing. And I realized that's if you were in like the NBA when you get your ankles broken. That's why it's embarrassing, because you should be dead. So the fucking NBA commissioner should be dragging you out, going, all right, you can't eat anymore. You can't eat anymore. Get off the fucking court. Because it's embarrassing. Like, embarrassing is just you trying to hunt and failing. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. That's what I feel like anxiety is. I feel like everybody, like, I've got anxiety. Like, a lot of people I know have anxiety. That's like a new thing for white people is anxiety. And I feel like anxiety is just you should have died a few times before. You should have died. There's probably some times where you sort of, something happened and you got out of there, but you should have died. That's, I don't know. Or maybe it's, you're just so sheltered in your life. That's my problem with a lot of, well, how I grew up. We got these helicopter parents. Dude. Enough of the helicopter parents. Someone's got, who cares? Let the kids go. You know what I mean? We don't need it's a human being. It's fine. After 2 years old, it's fine. Can walk. It's fine. You don't need, my little Bobby's in algebra 2 and he's 4 years old. Get the fuck out of here. Everybody I know waits way too long to have kids because they gotta be stable. They gotta go to a good school. We gotta spend money on their education, and it's like, just fuck. That's all you need to do. If you think about it, when does puberty hit? When we're trying to fuck all the time. It's like 14. Like, that's crazy. That means back in the day, 14-year-old boys were just having babies. Probably. Because they didn't know about pulling out. You don't learn that, and even if they did, it doesn't matter because you're fucking animals. We're animals. I love you. Preach. It's like church in here. But yeah, just fuck. Have outdoor kids. I want to have outdoor kids. Just open the door. Yeah, you just gotta tell them about the pedophiles, and then just run away. You just go. It doesn't matter. Shit has been worse. All right. What else is, yeah. Man, all right, I don't know, this is kind of controversial, but it's just sort of funny to me. But I've been smoking, I get panic attacks when I smoke weed now. And I don't know about you guys, but the only people that I know that get panic attacks smoking weed are white people. And I'm trying to think I'm almost trying to think that's our opium. We got opiumed. You know what we did to the Chinese? Give them opium, they'll love it. That's what Mexicans did to us. Because I freak out. But I talk to my Mexican friends, my black friends, they're just hanging out with it. I can't live without it, And maybe that's the lack of my trauma or something. But it's just funny. All right. Weed's so powerful now. And we smoke a shit ton of it. You used to weed used to be, who smoked weed? The shaman of the tribe? And he would go in there, stop me if this is too racist, but just trying to speak facts. He would go in there, he would take one puff, and then just sit down and for hours talk about your ancestors. Your great-grandfather is angry with you because you didn't marry the person he wanted you to marry. And just one puff. And just sitting down. And that was when weed was just leaves. And now we got people doing wax and shit. You go to a weed store, people are the crystals on this one are amazing. Weed just looks gold now. It's not even green. And people would just take a bong rip in the morning and just go about their day. Oh yeah, time to work for 8 hours. You know, it doesn't. We're so accustomed to it. Wow, what a life, huh? All right, I'll end with this one. Have we been doing 20 minutes?
Yeah, you're at 19.
Oh, nice. All right. Sorry. I'm not very religious. I grew up religious, but I mean in LA too, and so it doesn't matter. We're all atheists here, but I wish I was kind of religious, man, because that's kind of a good belief. I don't know. People always talk about how religion is a terrible thing. It's a terrible belief system. How could a belief system justify killing millions of people? That's a terrible belief system. And I don't know, I think that's like a pretty good belief system. That's actually pretty good. Killing millions of people is not a good thing, but they really believed. They believed, man. They went out there, justified killing millions of people for this guy upstairs, and then they wake up the next morning like nothing's wrong. Oh yeah, we did God's bidding. And it's like, dude, you just saw blood and guts for like fucking, I can't even, I can't even get out of bed without thinking about the doors that I didn't hold for women in my life. Oh, sorry. And these people are killing people? And then they're holding the blood and guts of their best friends in their arms, and they're going, he'll be in a better place now. And it's like, no, he's not. His kids are fatherless now. He's going to be eaten by worms. He's not going to, it's like, that's an amazing belief system. All right, give it up for Emily.